What's happening? It's John Welbourn. I'm going to take you through Open Workout 16.1 and give you my thoughts and my feedback on how this is going to go down. Obviously, 20-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. Standard CrossFit, baseline as CrossFit as you can get. And we go on with a 25-meter overhead walking lunge, 95 pounds for men, 65 pounds for women. You got to remember, the Open is all about points. So what they're looking to do is put together a set of movements that are easy to grade, easy to judge, and very standard and very simple in terms of execution. Nothing could get more basic than an overhead walking lunge. I mean, you're talking about midline stability, that ability to stay in a good overhead position and lunge through, very primal movement, one of the most basic. Next, we're going to 8 burpees over the bar, another standard. In terms of doing a burpee, chest touches the ground, you got to get over an object, which is a bar, another very easy one to judge. Back with the 25-meter overhead walking lunge with 95-65. So you're going to go down, you're going to execute 8 burpees over bar, come back, and then 8 chest-to-bar pull-ups. Now, the first time chest-to-bar pull-ups ever came out in the CrossFit workout was the 2008 CrossFit Games, when they did a version of Fran that was chest-to-bar pull-ups and thrusters. I know because I did it at the CrossFit Games, and that was the first time we'd really ever seen it. So, obviously, you're going to go through this cycle as many times as you can in 20 minutes. How many rounds can you get? Nobody knows. That's why you got to do the workout. Okay. Hey, what we're going to go through is tips and tricks on how to get through this and survive 16.1. For me personally, I really think that the limiting factor is going to be your ability to maintain good stability on an overhead walking lunge. So as people are going to get tired, and obviously you're going to get tired from doing push-ups and doing chest-to-bar pull-ups, you're going to get smoked. To stay in that good overhead position, you got to lock it in and try to get through those lunges. Now, if you notice, they're putting what we call a wedding step in, which is actually you got to come back to both feet back next to each other, and that's for the grading standard, so you can't transition from one to the other. That's going to tire you out because it's going to really increase the time under load, the time under tension that you're going to get for that 25 meters. So, if I was attacking this, the easiest way I would go is I would try to not only burn through these, because I figure this will be the limiting factor, but I'm going to take a little bit of rest on the burpees and the chest-to-bar pull-ups. Now, if you guys have been cheating your pull-ups and lifting your chins and reaching and doing this, you're fucked. Because once you get to the chest-to-bar pull-ups, you got to be able to pull an extra anywhere from 2 to 6 inches, which in fact is going to smoke you over the course of this thing. And I know, because I was one of those chin reachers, had to get chest-to-bar pull-ups, and I got destroyed. So you know what I do now? I'm going to do chest-to-bar pull-ups. So, attacking this, you got to remember, it's a 20-minute AMRAP. Most people are going to come real hard out of the gate, and they're going to explode, they're going to want to get a lot of reps, but you got to remember, a big part of being really good at the CrossFit, and more importantly, putting up a good total, is about pacing. So you got to look and figure out what your strengths, what your weaknesses are, and then be able to go and actually accurately assess yourself and go through it and give a good performance. Big thing I would think on the overhead walking lunge, if you have great shoulder flexibility, a more clean, upright, clean position is probably going to be more beneficial. If your shoulder flexibility is crap, you're going to have to go real wide, which is effectively going to increase the load and make it that much harder. So remember, stabilize that trunk for the warm-up. I would put in dead bugs, a bunch of rotation, anything I could do to get that trunk firing, so that when you get out here in the fight, you got nothing but go. See you.
Sweet.